The final outcome of the clash among inmates at Negombo Prison was devastating. A total of 28 people died and 88 were injured. Among the dead were 7 prison officers, while 23 prison officers were injured. One of those who died was an Indian national accused of smuggling drugs into Sri Lanka. On July 5, 2026, inmates at Negombo Prison became violently unruly. Several female inmates climbed onto the prison roof, claiming they were suffering from dengue fever and were not receiving enough food, drinking water, or medicine. However, the Minister of Justice stated that the violence began because of a dispute between 2 inmate groups related to drugs. 2 inmates died and several others were injured during the initial clash. By the evening of July 5, the situation had temporarily calmed. However, officials failed to take important decisions that day. The rival inmate groups were not separated or transferred to different prisons, and no emergency response plan was put in place in case the violence resumed. On the morning of July 6, while meals were being prepared for inmates, prisoners allegedly attacked police officers who had been brought from Colombo to assist. According to reports, 7 officers were killed in an extremely brutal assault. Authorities later regained control of the prison with the assistance of the Special Task Force (STF). Reports also claimed that inmates consumed drugs taken from the prison hospital and caused property damage estimated at nearly 1.2 billion Sri Lankan rupees. Prison officers later told the media that they had not been given proper instructions on how to respond to such a crisis. They said that if clear orders had been issued in time, the destruction and loss of life could have been reduced. They also claimed that the Minister of Justice visited the prison only after the incident had largely ended. Sri Lanka has 36 prisons, with an official capacity of about 10,800 inmates. However, around 41,250 prisoners are currently being held. Internal sources say that in some facilities, 100 inmates share a single toilet and many sleep side by side because of severe overcrowding. Experts say that long court delays and slow forensic reports have made the problem worse, and that prison capacity needs to increase by about 4 times to address the crisis.
Bukan berbahaya, kalau belum, mungkin harus kita. Bukan bahaya, ini kalau belum, ini kita tarik. Bukan bahaya, ini kalau belum, ini kita tarik. Nah, itu kan terus makan ini, anak itu.